Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special video for Cocoa Daisy. I am going to be using their main kit, which is a 12 by 12 memory keeping kit, and I am their guest designer for the month of March. And so this is my first layout that I'm going to be sharing. I went ahead and showed you guys that I took this gorgeous piece of paper from this kit, took the center of it out, and I took a white piece of cardstock and matted it, and then I took some clear gesso and put it all over the page and let it dry naturally overnight. And now I am going to kind of, what is it called? Channel my inner Missy Whitten. So I was watching some of her videos with the Distress Oxide inks, and I just got these last week from Scrapbook.com, and I really wanted to play with them. I had not used the packaging technique with them, so I just went ahead and jumped right in. And the colors that I'm going to be using are the peacock feathers, the picked raspberry, and the tattered rose, which all three of these are my favorite Distress ink colors. They're gorgeous. And all of these colors are in this kit. So as you can see, I'm putting it on the packaging, then spraying it with some water, and then smushing it all over the page. And you can actually see where I stopped my gesso off to the left side. It looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit more vibrant and darker, which I like the variation of the light and then the dark. So now I'm doing the peacock feathers, and as you can see, it's very dark. So I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of sop some of that up. I don't want it to be too dark. I just want it to be light and airy. And I love the way that this turned out. I was really nervous, to be honest. I really was nervous about, working with the kit, working for Cocoa Daisy. I wanted to do my best work, when I am working with a company that I absolutely love, which all of the companies that I work for or work with, I love. But when I'm doing that, the expectations on myself are definitely pretty high, and I was nervous that it wasn't going to turn out the way that I had envisioned it in my head. But in the end, it turns out just the way that I saw it in my head, and that just makes me feel so great. And I know that you guys probably, if you envision something in your head and then it turns out the way that you saw it, it just makes you feel good. So I did take the picked raspberry and the peacock feathers and a paintbrush and did some splatters. Now, at first I was going to wipe that up with a paper towel, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab my art journal and I'm going to put that ink on a leftover page or a page that has not been used yet. I like to do that. Sometimes I forget, but I do like to do that. So that's what I was just doing. And I am going to kind of soak up a little bit of the drops, I guess, and do that with a paper towel. And then, look at that. It looks great. Love it. Love the color. I love how light it is, but you can still see the colors. I hope that makes sense. So the photos that I'm going to be using for this layout are of my daughter, and it was raining outside, and I got this kit. I'm going to be honest. I got this kit, and she's got rain boots and an umbrella, and I was like, you know what? It's raining. Let's go take some pictures outside. Put your rain boots on. Grab your umbrella. Let's take some pictures so I can have this idea that's in my head, so I can actually use this idea. And she loved it. She thought it was great. So we went outside and did a little photo session. So next I'm taking this piece of paper, and I actually cut it down a little bit too small because I don't measure things. And so I needed a piece that was a little bit wider. And this paper is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. All of the papers in this kit are so rich in color, and they're just so pretty. So here I'm taking some of the printables from this month, and I printed those out. I did 2 separate ones. I did some on my Cricut, and I cut those out and on my Cricut, and then I printed some and hand cut some out. Because if you print them and cut them out on the Cricut, they're a little bit smaller than what they would be if you were to do it just with your printer and then cut them out with your hands with scissors. So here's my idea coming to life. I had this idea of using the printable clouds that were in the printables, which are so cute. They're like little sketchy white clouds. And I had this idea to have them at the top of the page and then use the stamp set, which is super cute, and use one of the like raindrops stamps and stamp the raindrops coming from the cloud. So that was my idea, and man, it comes together, and I just love, 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 love the way it turns out. So you can see here that things are coming together. I have all of the ephemera or die cuts and all of the printables that I printed out all in that little pumpkin bowl there. And I was just looking through them and pulling out the pieces that I thought I wanted to use. And then I'll set them aside and use them as I see fit. So I don't end up using all of the pieces that I pulled out, but I do use some of them. So now I am just adhering everything down because it's the layers around the photo are just how I want them. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on some of the embellishing. And the piece that I put between the photos says moments like these, and that's one of the die cuts. And then this little umbrella, which is so freaking adorable, is from the printables. And then there are a couple other pieces that I really, really wanted to use, but I end up not using them. So now I am taking the stamp set. Since it's a brand new stamp set, I just take a piece of scratch paper and stamp it off a couple times to make sure that I'm getting a nice, clean, crisp stamp, or image, I guess. And I'm using the peacock feathers in the Distress Oxide ink for the raindrops as well. And after I'm done doing that, at first I thought that I was going to put the clouds up on foam tape, but no other part of this layout really had dimensions, so I decided to just adhere them with my ATG. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm just going to glue those down right in the places that I want them. I love the way that this came together. Like, it just came together just like I saw it in my mind, and I love it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I will have Cocoa Daisy linked below so you guys can go check out their kits, and I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Oh, I'm also bringing in some of these epoxy stickers. So the one that I put in just has little pink hearts on it, and another die cut here, and then with another die cut that says love this, I'm sorry. And that's it. So I hope y'all have an amazing day today, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.